So part 2 of episode 14 of Smack Talk, and we have to talk about something that's pretty awful here, and that is they're continuing the Natalya fart storyline. Yay!
Woohoo!
Because one bad segment of this wasn't good enough. And I blame the same person I blame for the jogging segment and for everything else like that, the tire segment. Some fucking writer on there, I don't know who it is, but somebody's got to be the same guy pitching all this stuff, or they're smoking something in the whole fucking creative room and everybody's just getting these awful ideas. These are as bad as the R-Truth promos, but in the opposite way, because they're supposed to be bad. This is just awful, and there's nothing to laugh at. I mean, the idea of a fart is funny. I mean, yesterday I said to a friend of mine, farts are always funny, and they found a way to make it so I'm not laughing. I'm a 24-year-old guy. I should be laughing my ass off at a fart joke, and this is just stupid to me.
It sounds like
Ugh.
there's some guy back there in the creative team that has like a face sitting fetish or something like that, and they're absolutely turned on at the fact that she's like Tootie. Tootie, Dr. Turk is a cutie. Sorry.
I don't know. They must hire some like derpy Rob Schneider writers from Hollywood or something who find this stuff funny. Like, I,
Rob Schneider is
I think it's like I don't know if they are in stitches from writing the stuff, but do you think they really have like, oh man, we really did good on this one, back there? Like, it's horrible. It's really bad. Then you have Santino coming in afterwards doing the fake vomiting, and it's completely over the top. It's not funny. And the bad thing about this is like the Hornswoggle stuff with Chavo. They're probably going to do it every week until maybe you lose a rating or two
Right.
in certain segments.
They're going to look at the ratings, and they're going to see, like, oh, this segment lost 100,000 people, and then they're going to be like, I guess
Let's
the
do some
problem
more.
is that we don't use backstage segments, so let's just do that instead. And then, like, instead of blaming it on crap like that, just like they always do. I mean, they look at a situation like the ratings going down 700,000 people with CM Punk in the match, and they start blaming CM Punk, and then they look at the other situations, and then it's not CM Punk and it's somebody else, but then it's still Punk's problem. Like, they don't have a rational point of view when these kind of things happen, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see this for 3 weeks and viewership goes down, and they blame it on something like, well, there was a trash can in the background, and people don't like trash cans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not to mention, like, what did they say this is like a new gimmick for her, a new gimmick plan, and it's supposed to give her some sort of spotlight. This is the kind of crap that ruins careers more than it helps push someone forward. Like, how do you come back from fart jokes every week?
I don't know, because if this is a thing to try to get her over, uh, we're really like, are we gonna start cheering Natalia because she's farting? Like, is that their end game here? Like, is that gonna be the same? Like, I would cheer Natalia for being the better wrestler, or for maybe being a baby face and helping somebody out. Like, I'm not necessarily going to cheer Tamina right now just because she's a baby face, but I'm more likely to cheer Tamina for coming out and splashing Natalia as a baby face than I am if Natalia would have a couple weeks ago started farting up a storm.
It sounds like they're moving to Nickelodeon, so they're preparing for fart jokes.
All that's missing is the really corny studio audience laugh.
Yeah.
And then the subtle like applause or something like that.
That's next week.
Yeah, it's next week, because this is right out of like Full House writing territory.
Oh, come on, Full House was much better than this.
The next episode of Smack Talk is going to be Natalya farting and being upset, and somebody else going up to her and be like, you know what, you don't have any reason to be upset. Everybody does that. So come on, let's go get some dinner. And then they'll run down the steps.
Her response is, I sharted. That's where you shit and you fart a little bit. I apologize.
Maybe that'll be like a new finisher, the shart shooter.
There's your pun.
I'm your stink face that way too.
Ooh, that's an actual stink face. You could take that from Kelly.
Yeah, literally.
Instead of the bump rub.
And then the power just knocks out the opponents. Yeah, this is going places, guys. This is really gonna help her career.
You know what will piss me the hell off is if somebody comments, and now that I'm saying this, they're gonna do it. Somebody comments and says, "Well, at least you guys are talking about it."
Oh, the fart knockers. And guess what, guys? The Ultimate Warrior still sucks.
You know what's weird, guys? The most entertaining segment was you talking about a fart gimmick for so long. Yes, it was.
It's like the hell with the Royal Rumble talk and all the bragging rights stuff
This
and
fart gimmick
Undertaker
is
Triple
awful.
H. Let's talk about the fart thing for 2.5 hours. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. I know it. I should just make another segment instead of the hot tags. We should just start talking about the fart things every week.
Every week. Okay, what do you guys think about that? Well, it sucked again. Might have been worse than the first time they did it.
You have 30 seconds to try to replicate the fart noise that they did on last episode of Smackdown.
I win.
So I promise that I will try not to talk about it, but if they continue this, I'm gonna have to keep bitching. So,
Same here.
so that's all for the farts of this week. Part 3, we're gonna talk about Mike Tyson getting inducted into the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame this year. So check that out.